So today's the day, August 7th, where Donald Trump's tariffs take effect. And most of the stock markets dipped lower. Now, we've gone tariffs on, tariffs off, tariffs on, tariffs off repeatedly this administration, all the way back to, I think it was February or March when he started putting them on. And he kept kicking the can down the road. He'd leave them on for a few days and then drop them off, specifically if the stock market started to go south. Well, they did go south today, and all but the NASDAQ ended lower. The NASDAQ was the only one to barely, like 0.06%, ended up above their starting point. So the stock markets are dipping south because there's uncertainty. With the tariffs going on and off and on and off, they don't know where their price points are going to be. And as we've talked about numerous times, the American consumer is actually the one who pays those tariffs, which causes a rise in inflation because you can't buy as much. So Donald Trump does these games with the tariffs because he thinks he's winning. He doesn't know how tariffs work. He's repeatedly said the other country pays for them, but that's not true. And because they're worried about how these tariffs are affecting everyday people, they float this idea of cutting a little bit of a rebate to everybody. So people are like, well, the government sent me some money, so I'm happy with what they're doing, not realizing how much they're actually taking overall. Now, these tariffs go on and off and on and off, and we still don't even know if they're 100% legal. Now, there is a case being decided right now by the Federal Appeals Court, I don't remember which one, over a case that was decided by the International Trade Court, a U.S. court, that ruled Donald Trump did not have the legal authority under the statutes they listed, giving him the authority to do the tariffs. And now the appeals court is looking at it. They have not issued a ruling that I have seen. Now, maybe somebody else knows more than I do when they have done that. Ultimately, doesn't matter which way the appeals court's going to rule. This is going to end up in front of the Supreme Court, and they're going to have to decide if Donald Trump's interpretation of the ruling is correct or the law is correct, or if, as what the Constitution states, the tariff power, the power to impose duties, lies with Congress. And can Congress even legally grant that power to the president? Ultimately, this will be decided by the U.S. Supreme Court, like I said. But with all of this uncertainty, I don't know how things will play out. And if they do rule the tariffs unconstitutional, does that mean all the tariff money gets reimbursed to those people that paid it? Don't know yet. We're going to have to wait and see. This is far from over, and we'll see if Donald Trump chickens out on these tariffs and takes them back off in a few days if the stock market keeps going lower.